Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Suicide Squad issue number 11. This was an okay book. It's the final issue. I mean, that's kind of important, but did it really stick the ending? That's the question. Not really. We're going to get into that after we give credit where credit's due for an otherwise really okay book. That's not saying a lot considering how much I praised this book for the previous 10 issues, right? Anyway, this issue is called The Revolutionaries, written by Tom Taylor and art by Bruno Redondo, colors by Adriano Lucas, and letters by Wes Abbott. The cover is by Bruno Redondo and Adriano Lucas, and the variant cover is by Jeremy Roberts. All right, so basically, obviously we get the ending of the storyline, and fortunately, it's a very happily ever after kind of storyline. I'm not going to go into the specific details. I'm not here to spoil everything, but it's a lot of these characters are essentially brand new. They're only 11 issues long. You know what I'm saying? They have a history of exactly 11 issues. So you can do whatever you want with them. But instead, we get a lot of blase, normal, regular, go on, go on. Listen, it may sound a little sick to say that I think that these guys should be willing to kill, especially with how brutal Okasi, I can't remember the leader's name with the long ponytail and the cyborg left arm, but you get what I'm saying, right? They're not even Suicide Squad. There's something worse, technically. I don't know if worse, but you get what I'm saying, They're unsanctioned. They're just out there. And towards the end, they refuse to kill, which is weird, because this isn't a superhero book. That has to be understood from the first, from the very from the jump. This is not this is a Suicide Squad book. People are allowed to kill and be killed. And on top of that, these revolutionary types, they should be able to do that also. The superheroes were made fun of, in this issue especially. But even in previous issues, they stole Batman's car. Only Robins are allowed to steal Batman's car, for crying out loud. But they got to promise to wear a red hood later on in their life. The point is that no, I felt that the whole, we promise all the information, you're, gonna go to your families and stuff, like, that's not a threat. That's not a threat. That's not even a threat to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you find out, you watch porn and I'm gonna give all this stuff to your wife. She watches it with me. Who cares? You show whatever you want. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, how bad do you have to be, and yet not want the public eye to know? I mean, for crying out loud, like, people deny stuff all the time, and people believe them because who cares? I didn't dig that at all. Harley Quinn is not a new character. And seeing a soft side of her, Tom Taylor usually knows these characters so well. And I know that there can be the whole, softy side, but usually only when she's dealing with Ivy, right? So the soft side that she shows in this, like, I get why it's kind of important, but I'm not. Like, there's better ways to do this. Case in point, I really like the way that she was handled in the previous issue of Batman last week. You know what I'm saying? You try to kill me, but I get over those things really quick. It's just, a thing of business. Like, I don't take it personally. Like, what? That's great. So the whole, sorry that, such and such happened to you. Again, I'm trying not to spoil this too much. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I literally could not care less, and I'm just like, dude, I can't see I can't see Harley doing this. I just can't. So, yeah, and making fun of the superheroes the way they did. Your mom just owned Batman. Her. I'm saying, it was more humor than anything else, and I know it's a Suicide Squad book, but I wasn't feeling this. I think that there were enough issues here to wrap this particular storyline up, because it felt like it was dragging for the past 2 issues regardless. So with this 3rd issue now, yeah, wasn't feeling it. Anyway, I didn't hate the book. There was still some fun. I like the idea that there's some new heroes out there. And I look forward to somebody else maybe having a stab at these heroes, or maybe Taylor having another go with these guys, but I don't think that these people necessarily need to be heroes. I think that they all need to stop slavishly following Osita, or the leader, whoever her name is. Um, they need to have more personalities amongst them instead of just, yeah, she's the boss, we do whatever she says. And we're all like, flighty, fancy free. I kept on hoping that we were going to explore all of these new characters better, and we really didn't. One character comes back and he's a demigod, and it's like a demigod with a pot belly. That's a really weird look, but sure. Anyway, there was a lot of weird stuff that happened in this book, man, and not even like cool Suicide Squad level weird stuff. Just stuff that felt off kilter, stuff that didn't feel right, stuff that I don't feel really fit in with the story, with the narrative that was being told. I don't think that this stuck the landing. I felt that it was too Hollywood of an ending. And the last thing I want is for my Suicide Squad to be Hollywood, because you know what happens when they make Suicide Squad movies, right? I will see what happens when James Gunn does it, but so far, I don't know, I guess release the Ayers cut. I don't know. I don't care. But mind you, if you release the Ayers cut, it means you have to cut out the Snyder cut that was put in there. That final battle. So I wonder how that will look. Anyway, guys, this was an all right issue, but I expected so much more than all right. Taylor has been killing it lately, and this is the first time that I've kind of been a little anything other than high on what he's done. So there's that. Take into consideration, and like the video, watch an ad. Talk to you guys later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.